Hi, everybody, and welcome to Geno's Takes for Tuesday Baseball. Let's go with the big game. The Jays, Yankees in Toronto, ESPN Baseball tonight. Who do I like? It's not going to be a shocker when I tell you I love the Jays and the over, but let's tell you why. Okay, after losing last night 4-2, suddenly the Yankees are 3.5 back with just a dozen games left, and they are coming into this game desperate because they even lose one of these, let alone two. Suddenly they're looking at 4.5, 5.5 with 10 games left. And do you know who's coming to town? They have no games left against Toronto. They have 7 of their last 10 games against division rivals Boston and the Orioles, who would love to play spoiler. So if they can't win this game tonight and or the game tomorrow night, they're in dire straits, and they need to really start resting CC Sabathia for the big game against one of the Texas teams in the wild card. But it's funny that I bring up CC Sabathia because he's a perfect example of what's going on in Toronto now. Do you remember 2009 when the Yankees went out and they got CC Sabathia and suddenly the whole staff came to life and they went to the World Series and beat my Phillies, not about me, in 2009? Well, now replace CC with David and Price with Sabathia, and you know exactly what Toronto did when they specifically went out and got David Price. And he has been a bane and a thorn in the Yankee side ever since, winning 3 of the 4 times he's faced them, including last night. And the one loss, again, I got to bring it up, was this fluky Beltran thing. He is in their kitchen. And while the Jays have been tattooing the ball, the Yankees should be going out and getting tattoos that say property of David Price and the Toronto Blue Jays. My point? Pitching is contagious, and despite all the free Canadian health care up there, the Blue Jays are more than happy to let it spread. And the perfect example and victim of this spread is the pitcher tonight for Toronto, Marco Estrada. Do you know, since David Price came over in August, Marco Estrada has been phenomenal. He has gone 5-2 with a 2.41 ERA. And in the 9 games he has started, the Jays have won 7 of those 9. So I love the Jays tonight, especially when you realize the Jays have been like Bill Cosby. They wear you down and put you to bed early, and by the end of the day, you don't know what hits you. And that's what they like to do. They like to score early and often. What they do last night, 3 runs in the first, pin your ears back, David Price, and they never looked back. And what better man to do that against than tonight when the Yankees throw up the guy that started the season as a glorified spot starter, Luis Severino. The kid's 21 and he has the throwing mechanics of Tim Tebow. He only uses the top half of his body. And if we learned anything in college, what did we learn? The top-heavy 21-year-olds are the easiest ones to score on, people. Once again, I love the Jays tonight. 9.5 is the last run total I saw. Considering how low scoring it was last night, 4-2 for the Jays, that's like a pitcher's duel. I love the over. Take the Jays, take the over, and let's hope Daddy can make it 3 or 4 in a row with these baseball picks.